Good day, all of you. For us, first chapter, Multimedia and Desktop Publishing. Multimedia, what do you mean by multimedia? That multimedia already we have studied from first standard to ninth standard. What we can, that everything we know already. The same thing we are going to study very deep in that. Multimedia allows the user to combine the change data from various sources. Multimedia allows the user to combine and change data from various sources like image, text, graphics, video, audio and video to a single platform. Okay. Multimedia allows the user to combine and change the data from various sources like image, text, graphics, video, audio and video to a single platform. This is the content of multimedia. What is the definition? That multimedia, components of multimedia, there is 5 major components were there that we are listing out and seeing one by one. 5 major components, what and all? It is text, images, animation, sound, video. These are all the components we are going to go through one by one with deep. What do you mean by text? Text is nothing, that is only for the heading we are going to use it. Text is for the heading, line by line, or a word or a passage we are going to use the heading style is called text. Text is basic components of multimedia, almost combined with the heading style, include image, video, audio and graphics. That is text. First of all, text is divided by 2, that is static text and hypertext. Otherwise, we are going to static text is defined text and graphic. That may be static text. What do you mean by static? The text is divided by 2 types of element, that is a dynamic element and a static element. Already I sent you the DBF file of book. First chapter you all took the Xerox, I think. That chapter if you see is and the static elements and the dynamic element picture also there, that you have to see it. The dynamic element is nothing else, video, animation and audio. Static element is nothing, that is text and graphic. That text, only the text. What do you mean by text? That is a combination of heading style, a word or a line by line message or a paragraph message. We are going to use that is a heading style. And another thing, hypertext. Hypertext is nothing, that style is we are going to link one another page. That may be while sending the message, we are going to give a link option in between the passage. That passage, while running the program, it will be link the concerned page with another software. That page will be displayed in that. Otherwise, it will be linked with this page and give you the answer. It is called hypertext. Hypertext is nothing, it is linking one another software. The text is nothing, going to display the title of a text. Title of a text means using the heading style, a word or line or a paragraph. And another hypertext, linking one another software. Then we are going to see a image. Once again I am repeating, multimedia. Multimedia, the word is divided by 2, multi and media. Multimedia is going to give you the definition is multimedia combines a word multi and medium. Multi refers to many, that is at least two, more than two. Media is the plural of medium. That is the definition of multimedia. Multimedia is a word. Multimedia consists of two words that may be a multi and media, which means that multiple form of media are combined together and provide service like storage, communications, presentations and input-output interaction of text, video, image, graphics and audio. These all together is called multimedia. That multimedia, components of multimedia is the first topic for us, that we are going to see, list out multimedia components. All the 5 things were there is text, images, animation, sound and video. First we are going to see of text. Text is nothing. We are going to basic of a common of multimedia and most common ways of communicating information to other person. That is basic components of multimedia, most common communication and information to other person is called a text. That text is divided by two, that is static text and hypertext. What do you mean by static text? Static text is going to give a text and graphics. That text and graphics going to display a heading style, a word or a line or a passage. Like that we are going to show the heading style is called text. Static text is heading style, nothing else. Already what we studied in, you have to guess it, is word art. That word art, which are the styles we were used, already we know that is 156 styles were there. That styles are going to be, it's a small example is there, is called static text. Which style we like, that type of a style we can use it. Then we are going to see a hypertext. Hypertext is nothing. It is going to be interlink. Hypertext is going to be link one another software. That platform, we are using the linking software one platform and linking to another platform. While typing the message, in that link content is going to be a passage in between. When the computer is reading the passage, the link content will be the concerned passage and taking over there. That is called hypertext. Then we are going to see a image. Image is nothing. We are going to image vital component in multimedia. Image is nothing. Vital component of multimedia. This image were divided by two, that is raster image and vector image. Raster image and vector image. Raster images, we are saying, what is the purpose we are using the raster image? That raster images bit by bit, that may be pixels like on the monitor. We are going to display the dots for the coloring options, dot by dot. The full of monitor is declared with bits, is called bitmap images. So we are calling is a raster or bitmap images. That bit may be a byte also can be considered. The common comprehension form of storing image in a computer is raster or bitmap image. That is the definition for raster. Raster is nothing. The common and comprehensive form of storing image in a computer is called raster image or bitmap image. That bitmap images may be bit or byte. Bit means two colors. Byte means we are using 4 bits or 256 colors we can use in that. Is called bitmap images. Then the vector image. What do you mean by vector image? Drawing elements or objects such as lines, rectangles, circles and so on create an images are based on vector image. Vector image is nothing. Lines, circles, rectangle or so on images what you are creating, all those things are called vector images. That vector images according the platform, that may be a GEF file, TIFF file and JPG file. GIF file, TIFF file and JPG file. Already you were learned in the smaller classes, graphical in the JPG file format, tagged image file format and join photograph export group. This vector images, already we can see this like that pattern of an icon, and that icon you can see the JPG or GIF or TIF, like that names will be over there on the icon. That icon, while clicking on over, that will be link particular concern platform and showing the image is called for your vector image. That vector image not only your ready-made packages, what you driven line, circle or rectangle, triangle, whatever it is, that also we can be placing that. Then the third option, second one completed, images. Third one, animation. Animation also already we know it's animating pictures. Not only with the animation is nothing else, a combination of text, images, animation, sound, video, all together is a animation, but glittering color or multiple flickering altogether is called animation. That animation is definition. Animation in the process of displaying still images so quickly so that they give all impression of a continuous movement. So animation will be a continuous movement. That movement is process of displaying still image so quickly. That is called continuous movement. That animation is divided by two, is called path animation and frame animation. Path animation, for example, our life example is a fan. The fan is one of the path, rounded path is a section that you can see the ceiling will not be round, only the fan will be rotate, the background of the ceiling will be stable. That is called path animation. Then the frame animation, for example, in your life, what you see is a movie, that is called a frame animation. The picture will be moved towards the right. Your life example is two-wheeler you are riding, you are going, while going, you are going towards front. The background of a scenery will be towards a comeback. That is called frame animation. Frame animation is the background will be moved and the object also will be moved. When the object rotating, multiple objects are allowed to travel simultaneously. When the object is rotating, the background also will have a movement. That is called a frame animation. Path animation is nothing else. Background will not be moved, only the object will be moved. That is called path animation. Next thing for you, sound. Sound is music. Sound is what you are seeing, hearing. That audio is called a sound. Audio, we used to say that definition is sound is a digitized sound. Sound is a digitized sound. Once again, digitized sound is called a digital audio. Sound is a meaningful speech in any language and is the most serious element in multimedia. Sound is a meaningful speech in any language and is the most serious element in multimedia, providing pleasure of music, special effect and so on. അപ്പോൾ sound will be a meaningful speech in any language and is the most serious element in multimedia, providing the pleasure of music, special effects and so on. That is called a sound. That is sound is divided by two. That may be a MIDI file and digital audio. MIDI full form is Musical Instrument Digital Identifier. Musical Instrument Digital Identifier not only the audio, background of a music, whatever it is. While rotating the fan, we can hear the sound of a fan sound. While running the washing machine, we can hear the sound of a machine. We can say that background of a sound, we can hear it. Is called musical instrument digital identifier. The definition is computers and electronic instruments developed standard communication tool that is flexible and easy for composing the project in multimedia. Multimedia that is we are going to flexible and easy for composing project is called musical instrument digital identifier. The audio, whenever we are composing, we are adding in that different type of sound with that is called multimedia composing. Then the digital audio, second part. Digital audio is digitized sound. Sample of a sound is taken and stored every nth frame. A number of time we are amplituding the sound and hearing is called digitized sound. Then the next, that only we are saying is a sound. Sound is nothing meaningful speech in any language and is the most serious element in multimedia, providing the pleasure of music, special effect, so on. That is divided by two, MIDI and digital audio. Musical instrument digital identifier is nothing else, flexible and easy for composing the projects in multimedia. Digital audio is nothing else, it is a digitized sound. That may be number of nth fraction of a second as a digital information in bits and bytes. Bits and bytes, nth fraction of a second we are digitizing and sending the information is called digital audio. Then the next topic is a video. Video is nothing. Video is defined as a display of a record, event, scene, etc. Record what we are doing now, this also kind of a video. Video is defined as a display of a recorded event and scene is called a video. The powerful way of conveying information in multimedia is also called a video. Powerful way of communication or conveying information in multimedia application or embedding of a video is called a video. Okay, that video is divided by two, is analog video and video home system. Analog video and video home system. That analog video is divided by two, composite and component analog video. Composite and analog video. First, we are going to see a analog video. The video data are stored in any non-computer media like a videotape, laserdisc, film, etc. Analog video is we are storing non-computer, computer allada பொருட்கள். அப்போ maybe a disc, maybe a pen drive, maybe a laser disc, film. These all the opportunities are called analog video. That analog video is divided by further type is a composite. That composite is nothing. Component analog video, composite analog video. Component analog video is called a composite analog video. That type of, it has all the video components like brightness, color and synchronization combined into one signal. Okay, composite is nothing, all the video components like brightness, color and synchronization. Color, brightness and synchronization combined into one signal. That is called composite. Next, that analog video only we saw. Analog video divided by composite and common and analog video. That a common and analog video is only non-computer of videotape, laserdisc, film. The composite is nothing, video components like brightness, color and synchronization. That all together we are saying is an analog video. Now we are going to see a video home system. Video home system, at home, what we are seeing, home theater, all those things, video recording tape format such as Betamax or VHS files. That may be a Wikipedia, what we are storing and showing, no, that is called a video home system. VHS's full form is video home system. In your book, the full form not having, please take care of it. VHS is video home system. That video home system is a recording format was used for customer analog video recording tape formats such as Betamax and VHS. That VHS is nothing else, is a Wikipedia matter. That all together we are going to say a multimedia. Once again, I am repeating very shortly. What do you mean by multimedia? Multimedia is divided by two, multi and media. The word multi, form of media, which means multiple form of media, and combined together and provide series like storage, communication, presentation and input-output interaction of text, video, images, graphics and audio. Altogether is a multimedia. Now list out the multimedia components. All 5 major components were there. Third animation, fourth sound, fifth video. Text is nothing else, only communicating information to other person. Communicating to other person include image, video, audio, graphic, text in the basic components is a multimedia text. That text is divided by static text and hypertext. Static text is divided by dynamic element and static element. Nothing else, only the text and static element is text, graphic. Dynamic element is video, animation and audio. These all together we are saying is a text component. That component we are going to divide it by 2, static text and hypertext. Static text is nothing else. We are going to display the text or the word will remain static as a heading or in a line or in a paragraph. That is called static text. Hypertext is nothing. Hypertext is a system which consists of a node, text and link between the node, which defines the path that user need to follow for the text access. Non-sequential ways is called a hypertext. Then the images. What do you mean by images? Nothing else. Images acts as a vital component. Next, that images are divided by 2, raster images and vector images. Raster images, we are going to say about a raster image, common comprehensive form of storing image in a computer is called a raster or a bitmap image. Why we are calling a bitmap images? It is used by bit or that is dotted on the screen resolution will be bit or byte. That way we are calling is bitmap images. that bitmap images 2-bit will be a color, byte will be 256, a color will be in that. Next thing is a vector image. Drawing elements or objects such as lines, rectangles, circles or a triangle. What the human is creating the opportunities, or a GIF file or TIFF file or JPEG file, whatever it is, with that icon what we are using, that we can call the vector images. Animation. Next, third object is animation. Animation, only the process of displaying still images so quickly so that they give the impression of a continuous movement is called animation. That is divided by 2, MIDI, digital audio. MIDI is going to be animation, that is path animation and frame animation. Path animation, it's setting the path. Example, I told you the fan, only the movement of an object, not a background. Then the frame animation, frame and the background will be moved. That means the object will be moved towards the right, means background will be moved towards the left. That is the scene for a movie what you see. Then the sound. Sound is nothing else. Meaningful speech in any language is most serious element of multimedia, providing the pleasure of a music is called a sound. Is divided by MIDI, digital audio. MIDI, already I told you what is musical instrument digital identifier. That is a flexible and easy for composing the project in multimedia. Digital audio is nothing. Sample sound in a digitized sound is called digital audio. Next one is a video. Video is display of recorded event scene. The powerful way of convey information in multimedia application is the embedding of a video is called a video. Analog video, that is a video home system. Analog video divided by composite and component analog video. Component analog video is going to be non-computer media like a video tape, laser disc, film, etc. Then the composite is nothing. Analog video has all the video components like a brightness, a color and a synchronization is called a composite. Then what do you see is the video home system. Video home system is nothing. At your home, analog video recording tape format such as Betamax and VHS. What we are creating is a Wikipedia. The way we are using is a video. So without all the formation cannot display a text. Without image we cannot send all those things all together. All the 5 components together is cooperating and giving a multimedia. This is the kind we are going to do it. What they given the PDF file of your book, page number 1 to page number 5 I have completed. You people have to go through line by line, and on your book at the last page, the chapter last page, there is a points to remember. All the points you have to study together today, and the next page you have the glossary. This also I have completed taught. These are people you have to study this page, and today you have to complete this. Tomorrow I will send you all the one-word answers what you have at the last page, and first 2 mark question 2 and 3 marks question 3. One by one, day by day you study. Don't keep it together to study. Okay. Thank you.